Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Welcome everybody, and tonight's a little different because not only are we hanging out chatting and having fun, but Lord Thunder and Jesus, it's a birthday.
Well, it will be in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
In the UK,
yeah, PJ CNET turns what, 87 in like 5 minutes?
56.
Ah, there you go. See, you know what? You're just a tad older than me, so good on you. I'm not the elder statesman. Well, I got dunked too. So yeah, you know what? I'm just surrounded by old people.
Yeah. You're not surrounded by old farts.
Yeah. I'm still a young fart compared to you guys. I'm like a little toot instead of a big butt flapping flapper, you know?
You certainly are.
So PJ, bad enough. PJ has to put up with us on his birthday, but he's not even feeling good.
Got a nasty cold.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it's good. It's good to show that the postal service is working, and that card I sent through to you with my viruses all over it.
Yeah,
it's worked just fine.
Yeah, I mean the anthrax died, but the rest got through. Yeah, you know,
it's my gift to you.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, too funny. So so what we're doing is all donations tonight go to the PJ CNET Hooker Fund. So and we're hoping to do better than the SPCA. So what do you think? 56 years on the planet. I bet this is one of the most screwed up years you've been in a part of so far.
Oh, it's been horrendous. The things going on in the world. I mean, it's just every day virtually there's something. You just can't keep up.
Yeah, it's coming at you left, right, and center. It's so bad. We're gonna play a little game in a bit here, everybody. We're gonna troll through the sewers of Truth Social and see what Ronald J. Gump is doing. But
yeah, we've got a live webcam of him sitting on the toilet sending out his texts.
Those shit-covered little thumbs of his just smacking away on the keyboard. So When was the last time you actually like did something? Ooh, it's my birthday. Like these days, nobody really does that anymore, do they? At our age.
Well, I'll go out, but I'll be going out Monday because I ain't feeling the best. I've got, But when I say go out, it'll be for a meal.
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mac.
Hey, speaking of Big Mac, I wondered this. In places where they use metric, I don't believe the quarter pounder is called a quarter pounder.
No, it's called a quarter pounder.
Is that what you guys have, a quarter pounder?
Yeah.
Is
absolutely.
it still that in the EU and whatnot? Do they still just call it a quarter pounder?
I don't know. Not sure, actually.
Because I was wondering with shrinkflation and stuff, if they don't have the name quarter pounder, they can get away with it easier. But by the very name of the burger, aren't you trapped in having a quarter pound of beef in it?
I don't know what is it? I don't know how many grams that is. What is it? Like 256 grams or something? I don't know.
Well, is that 454 grams in a pound? Is that how it works?
I don't know. I'm sure they don't call it, 300 gram burger.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah.
It's like the old, what was it on Pulp Fiction? It's like, they called it the Royale.
Yeah, right. I wonder if that's where I got the idea from, But I just figured Canada we're metric, but we're still not because, the whole USA right below us. So quarter pounder still makes sense here, but
yeah. Oh, but also in France, they're not legally allowed to sell a Happy Meal because just the idea of being cheerful, putting it on a box and a label, we just can't do that.
Yeah,
it's called the miserable meal.
We can now say happy birthday because it is. So happy birthday, PJ.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Unfortunately, I share the same birthday as Google, which is 27th of September, which it is now in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Google's not 56 years old, is it?
No, but it's the same date.
Okay.
Yeah.
I share the same birthday as Roy Neary from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Not.
It's nothing like sharing a birthday with a fictitious character.
Yeah, exactly. My birthday changes every year. Isn't that funny?
Your birthday, you never set a date. You just make it as we go along to confuse people.
Yeah, I pick a new date every year. Sometimes I pick a new year. I mean, a new age. Right?
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just stop at 55, 4, 3.
So, there you go. Interesting. You're sharing your birthday with Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh. So violence is in your nature then?
Camille Bell, whoever that is. Yeah, never heard of her.
Probably a disco singer.
Ishant Sharma. Okay. Indian international cricketer. Charlotte Hamilton, a character from the American television show The Waltons. So there you go. They're throwing in the fictitious characters too. Charlotte Spencer, English actress. Natasha Henstridge, Canadian actress. Alexei Mikhailov, Russian footballer. And
she's probably falling from a window as we speak, so I don't really think we need to worry about him.
And Marcus Persson, a Swedish game designer who developed Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
That's probably the most interesting out of the bunch there. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'm sure Mahatma Gandhi's sort of like going, oh, well, I share the birthday with PGC. That.
Yeah.
I've just Googled it.
He should be.
Well, he's dead.
Still, it's no excuse. I was just trying to remember a thing, but I forgot to save my browser windows from earlier. And when I did that, open tabs from last session, they all just hung. So yeah, nothing I can do there.
A well hung browser.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Shall we have a laugh at somebody else's expense?
Why not?
Trump is going psychotic on Truth Social today. So here, let me go to this one first, because he was just desperate to get the attention anywhere but on, him and Epstein and all this stuff. So
is he blaming the United Nations for his toilet not flushing his shit down properly?
No. Now he's gonna release the secret Amelia Earhart files.
Oh yes, the one everyone's been asking for.
Yeah, because I've been asked by many people,
especially people on the Epstein list, not saying anything.
The only people asking him this are producers at the History Channel.
Yeah. I mean, what? Okay. So they're going to release the files. What on earth have they got on the files apart from they know where she crashed?
Yeah. Missing,
and they've been keeping that secret all these years. What is that? What is and why do they have files on her?
Yeah.
Was she a communist?
Yeah. She named names.
Yeah, she was trying to escape the country.
Yeah. And then here's one that Trump went off on. It's corrupt and totally deranged Lisa Monaco, a pawn of lightweight Andrew Wiseman there, senior national security aide under Obama, and so on, and just going off about how this person was an architect of the worst ever deep state conspiracies against our country. And here we go. It's Russia. January 6th hoax.
I'm pretty sure it happened.
Well, I watched it happen, man. I was literally watching it happen. He says
holograms.
The illegal raid on Mar-a-Lago, the Biden auto pen scandal, the document witch hunt, and more has been hired by Microsoft to be a senior role with access to high sensitive information. And he's like, this cannot be allowed to stand. She's a menace to U.S. national security. And oh my God, Trump, just because she literally almost put you in jail doesn't mean that she's a bad person. To be honest,
but it's okay for big balls to have shit tons of personal information on people.
Yeah, exactly. And so he gets even more out of it here. Where is it? Brendan Carr, chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, is smart, tough, and a true American patriot. He is supported by MAGA like few others. Keep up the great work, Brendan. Make America great. The guy is a walking shambles as soon as he touches a microphone.
I'm pretty sure MAGA hadn't even heard of the guy until the Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Yeah, and now they wish they hadn't.
Yeah. Now they're just watching on South Park. Oh, they're having a go at that guy.
Yeah.
He's covered in cat shit.
Yeah. Here's another one, though. He says, I'm pleased to report that we're having very inspired and productive discussions with the Middle Eastern community concerning Gaza. Intense negotiations have been going on for 4 days and will continue as long as necessary in order to get a successfully completed agreement. All of the countries within the region are involved. Hamas is very much aware of the discussions, and Israel has been informed at all levels. There's more goodwill and enthusiasm for getting a deal done after so many decades than I've ever seen before. There was no talk of anybody Palestinian. And it's the same as when Trump was like, we got to get a deal done over there and get this Ukraine war ended. And then he omits Zelensky.
Yeah. Well, that's because Zelensky wouldn't allow him to build a golf course and hotel.
Yeah.
Kyiv.
Yeah.
What he's talking about these deals there. He's talking about basically talking to Netanyahu to go ahead with his Trump paradise. In Gaza.
Yeah. And Netanyahu was furious that Canada and a bunch of other people are recognizing a Palestinian state now. And Netanyahu gets up to do his speech at the UN, and like half the place got up and left.
Yeah.
While he was talking, it was brilliant. It was beautiful.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, man. I'm really, really not liking his punk little ass these days, you know?
Fuck him and the bagel he rode in on.
Yeah. But man, that ending of South Park.
Send in Carl's mum.
Yeah, exactly. You're making American Jews look bad.
It would be great for her to, have someone like dressed up as her at the UN.
Yeah. Yeah. She'd go full Hulk, grab him by the foot, and just start bouncing his head off walls.
Stupid prick.
Yeah, but it was so funny the way that she goes off on him in that show. God, that was awesome. But let me get one more of these Trump truths out, because this is an unbelievable joke. By now, I'm sure you all know that James Comey has been indicted.
Oh, what a criminal.
And under what I can only say are completely and totally false charges. I don't believe there's a shred of evidence to this at all, nor does anybody with an ounce of credibility that's been involved in FBI or politics for any length of time lately. But let me just... Trump says, I'd like to thank Kash Patel and the outstanding members of the Fox News FBI team for their brilliant work on recent indictment of the worst FBI director in the history of our country, James Dirty Cop Comey.
That was his nickname at the FBI.
Of course. Yeah. And the level of enthusiasm by the FBI was incredible, but only caused by the fact that they knew Comey for what he is and was, a total slime ball. Again, thank you to the FBI, specifically those that worked on this case with U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan and the DOJ.
Thank you for attention to this matter.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And that Lindsay Halligan, isn't that another appointee legal person that he's put into a position where he had to fire somebody that was good at their job because they didn't like him? And Lindsay is, I think, an insurance lawyer who has never argued a case in court, like in front of a jury or anything. Never done that.
I don't know.
It's unbelievably how stupid this stuff is getting, man. There's no way they've got anything on Comey. That boy is as straight edged as a freaking razor, in my guess.
Oh, you never know. There might be something there, but Trump's just like making shit up anyway.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, do you think President Putin sends out like tweets out on like Russian social media, like in the middle of the night, and just going, thanks for Roberdov Floberdov for standing next to that window and doing Russia a favor by leaping out and letting gravity take care of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump is the only world leader, I would say, who does anything like this, just sitting on his social media.
Oh, yeah. There's never been anything like this,
Yeah. I mean, because he's so full of these, like, the dictator playbook, I want to be just like all the others. And yet, this is the one thing they don't do.
Yeah.
They just keep their mouths shut and just let shambles happen. Whereas what Trump does, kind of like leaves a paper trail of all the shit that he's up to.
Look at North Korea. Even Kim Jong-un, who's like a young little hotshot of a teddy bear kind of looking dude. He doesn't go off half cocked all the time. At least we don't hear that because they know
there's no social media.
No, but they have like this controlled media to contain the people. Trump could never get to that point because he's too unhinged. You know?
Right. I don't know.
PJ, are you even with us, dude?
Yeah. Just say Trump's like a little oversized kid throwing his toys around.
Yeah, man. It's how worried are you that this right wing stuff is really catching on in the UK?
It's getting quite big, unfortunately.
It's
and I think it's Starmer hasn't made it any better by announcing digital IDs.
Oh,
That's not popular at all.
Right.
He's saying we'll need them eventually just to work. And that people have gone nuts in the right wing about that.
Right.
Yeah, but what's their argument though? They don't have an argument. They just know that we just don't want that.
It's just going to be so hackable and awful and trackable and nasty.
Well, I think also it's going to be quite easy to just forge them anyway. So whatever, or just steal somebody else's and just get away with it. Yeah. I'm sure there's lots of loopholes on it. But my point is, a lot of people are up in arms about it, but they don't know why they're up in arms about it.
Yeah,
they haven't got the argument. There are arguments, but they don't have them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just going, we're not doing that.
Yeah. You got to look at things like this from the retail segment point of view. X amount of fraud is going to happen, theft, like from retail, right? No matter what. You can overspend to a high degree to try to claw back a bit more of that lost profit, but you're spending it all to get it back. You can only go so far, right? People who want to cheat will always figure out a fucking way.
Very true.
Right. So there's only there's only a point of going so far. Just try to protect the honest people as good as you can. It's cost a lot less money that way. And, in this day and age with cameras and online and this and that and so on and so forth, anybody running around doing ID fraud and things like that, you're kind of as good as caught unless you're some high-end organized group or something. And, well, they're always going to beat the system.
There is an interesting point though, because this came up a couple of weeks ago when my wife was renewing her disability card, and it came to the point where actually, if she had a UK ID card, it would make things a lot easier because they wanted a passport. Well, she doesn't have a current passport. Or a driving license. Well, doesn't have a driving license because she can't drive. She's not allowed to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you prove your address by showing us two official documents that have come to your door? No, because bank statements, everything else have now gone paperless. Nobody sends you anything. Yeah. So it's like I've said to us, like, if somebody wants you get like a bank statements and whatever, or a credit card statement, and they're saying, do you want to go paperless? You have to say, no, I need to have something with my address on it to prove it's me. It's like the whole proof of identification is got so ridiculous. And if she had an ID card, it would just be, that's me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just went through this, getting Felix's stuff for him, and I had to renew some expired ID. I didn't realize it had expired because I haven't been driving for a few years. So I don't give a shit, right? Yeah. And holy, they're like, oh, well, how about your utility bill and stuff to prove your address? I don't get one. Here, I'll log in and show you the bills I get on my phone. The girl's like, I guess that's the same thing. I'm like, well, you got it. You got like, seriously, who gets paper bills anymore?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
showed her and she was like, okay, yeah, and yeah, it was weird, man. Like they were like, I don't know, because they're stuck in the paper world thought,
Yeah.
right? But it worked. They took it.
She got a check the other day.
Hmm?
Who gets checks? She got a check. You go, okay. Well, our local bank is closed down now, so it's disappeared. So you have to drive miles to a bank to pay it in. But yeah, you can do it online. You can do it online. Failed.
Yeah.
It failed. It just wouldn't accept it. It's like, you've got to take it to a bank. It's like, brilliant. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Fucking
tried
modern
that.
world.
I tried that. Take a picture of your check and do the cashing thing with my bank like 6 months ago. And I almost threw my phone against the wall before I went to the bank and just deposited it,
Well, the funny thing is, like, she got the check, and it come on like a big A4 piece of paper. So it's like, take a photograph of that. Okay, yeah. Now flip it around. Take a picture of the other side. It's a blank page. There's nothing on it. What am I taking a picture? And that's probably why they refused it, because there was nothing on the other side. Well, there wasn't anything on the other side. It's like, what do you expect? Just draw a big penis on it. So there you go. Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, little rant done.
Yeah.
It'll be about 20 years since I last saw a check.
I know.
Right?
I don't even know where my checkbooks are.
I'm surprised.
Or how to write one.
Yeah. I watched the new Fantastic Four movie. And let's see here.
Interesting segue. Look
they had I was having a couple of beers and I thought it would be a good time to watch the movie. And to be honest, my brain just kept distracting into other thoughts, and I don't think I even watched half the movie. I'm gonna have to try again. I don't know if it was the movie's just uninteresting or if I just wasn't in the mood, but there was a neat moment in the movie where they want to record an audio, like somebody speaking or whatever. And he puts on this cool uncut record on a turntable and it starts cutting a record. And I was like, oh, weird technology shit going on here. And I still couldn't hold my attention on it. I don't know if I was just in hard squirrel mode or if it was the movie, but What
was it? What was this like? Supposed to be set during Edison's day, so they have like a wax recorder.
Yeah, kind of like, but it was like they had space, like they had a ship that could fly off and do faster than light, but they recorded audio on a fucking record, and everything had like bubbled out CRT screens.
Okay. Very strange. No iPhones then.
Yeah, it was. It was. But I got to try watching it again because honestly, I'm not really sure what half of the movie was about. Yeah. It was,
it's like cop shows in the modern age, in the post mobile phone era. Things have changed because it was like cops are out in the street, they're doing stuff. Now most of the cop show dramas are just like communications and texts and messages on phones and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, come on.
Yeah.
This is not fun.
Let me get a can of refreshing drink. Hold on.
So yeah, make PJ a nice hot toddy, would you?
That'd be nice. Bring back the police with whistles.
Police with whistles and oi! Down the road. Or even just like the panda car, yeah. 2 coppers like stuffed into a tiny little car going 30 miles an hour.
Jam sandwich.
Jam sandwiches, yeah. They were great.
Yeah, I started doing a little bit of car looking. Wow, I could get myself in a lot of trouble for how much money I have right now. So I have to wait a little longer. But, I did see a couple of cool, kind of tempting things for in the near future.
Yeah.
I mean, those won't be around at that time, but, I would say I'm money-wise halfway there. So,
Right.
yeah. I saw a couple of people like, great running older BMW, no issues at all, but selling at a slightly cheaper than they should price. And I'm thinking to myself, no issues, my ass, you liar.
Yeah. Yeah. No issues quite yet.
Yeah. The mechanic told me that the engine's about to drop out of the car, but no issues right now.
Yeah. If you give her a good kick in the morning, it will start. It's all right,
Yeah. You know how we've got those services where you can check the history of the car and stuff, I can't remember what they're called right now. There's a few of them. I think it should be mandatory, that if a customer brings a car in, finds out that there is something disastrously wrong starting to build up, and the customer decides not to do anything about it, it should be in those fucking reports.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like in Canada, if you go to the shop and you learn, that ticking sound is the Hemi tick and it's the valve train in the top end of your engine and you're screwed in like 10,000 kilometers. But then you turn around and say, oh, no, that's just the exhaust manifold. It's got a little crack, but, it's not a big thing, And then somebody's engine dies 5,000 miles after you sell it to them. If they can actually prove that you knew there was a fault, you can be liable. It's not that buyer beware bullshit that people used to say anymore, right? So if we just had that information, it would be so much easier to,
Trouble is, with private sales, you've hardly got any protection at all.
Exactly.
If you buy off a dealer, you have a little bit of protection, even though you get good and bad dealers. But you have nothing, virtually nothing, if you buy privately.
Yeah, if you buy privately using this thing in Canada, you have to do your own investigation if the car dies in 6 months. And that means you have to call every shop, blah, blah, the whole 9 yards. I mean, by the time you're done, you've wasted enough hours of your life that you should have just ate it and moved on, right? It would never really happen, But, yeah.
Well, with cars all being all ECU'd and connected to Wi-Fi and on the internet and everything, well, there's all that information probably is out there on some kind of a server, and it's like you just want to be given access to it. Just give me a report of this car, or just like Siri in your car, just ask the car, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Or feeling so great.
If the car's computer just had more memory so that you could hook a scanner up and you could see, there was a massive misfire issue like 30,000 kilometers ago. Oh, okay. Look through the bills. Oh, there's the thing. They had to do the insert car part here, right? You know what I mean? You know?
And we need fuck all amount of memory, like 4 gigabyte USB.
Yeah, Jesus, I think kilobytes would do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, that would be the size of the information. It would be just like a 14K text file. Sort of thing.
Yeah. You could use the EEPROM that held the BASIC for a Commodore 64, right? But these kinds of things, the car companies, that just makes their used cars more valuable, and as such, they'll sell less new cars, right? They'll never help us do this.
No. Well, what they might do if they can figure out how to put it on as a subscription service.
Yeah, BMW's going to have a new subscription service come out. And if you pay them monthly, magically all that bullshit plastic in the heating and cooling system turns to metal. But if you stop paying, it goes back to brittle plastic.
Yeah.
Just going to say with electric cars, I mean, use value is going to be plummeting because of battery degradation.
Yep.
It makes it very, very bad buying secondhand electric if it's a few years.
Well, PJ, when I was just looking for used cars, right? I just went from cheapest to and went up until it was too expensive for me and looked through all the lists, right? There was like 7 or 8 of those Nissan Leafs for sale for like $2,000. Beautiful inside, beautiful outside, nice little car. I wouldn't want one, but unknown battery condition, sell as is. What do you mean unknown? The goddamn computer tells you what percentage you have of usable range left. Why are you lying?
Well, it's like, even if you like buy a laptop or something like that, you know, they reckon like 3,000 cycles on your battery charge, which, you know, that could get you through 10 years. That could get you through 10 years. But when you're buying cars, you know, you're generally looking at a 10-year-old car when you're buying it. You know, it's that, and that point, you know, if it's an electric car, it's pretty much the end of its battery career. Its life is gone.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, obviously a petrol car, you know, you can keep those going for, you know, 50, 60 years if you really wanted.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth replacing it. It's the battery costs a lot more than the car's worth by then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's if you can get a replacement for that old car.
Right. Because Nissan is not going to be pumping out used batteries for 10-year-old Leafs when, you know what I mean? The price has crashed. Who's going to pay $4,000 for a used Leaf and then $12,000 for a battery replacement?
Yeah.
Right? You know, ridiculous. Whereas if you've got an old school 90s Toyota 4Runner and eventually the engine wears out and goes on you, my God, the aftermarket's got you covered. There's many places they'll redo the block and the cylinder sleeves for you, blah, blah, $6,000 or $7,000, and you're back with a new engine and in the beloved truck you love, right?
Mm. I mean, interestingly, they do say, like, you know, fossil fuel is going to run out in 50 years. Well, they said that 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you know, I think we should be getting rid of fossil fuels, you know, but, you know,
we got some great renewables coming out right now, right?
Yeah, but when we are talking about, you know, electric cars and the market for them, yeah, it's kind of dire.
Yeah. Now check this out. Harry, you know, Harry's Garage, Harry Metcalf. He was the editor of Evo magazine, car magazine. He's a big shot in the car community, right?
Yeah, you've mentioned him a few times.
Yeah, I love his stuff. He's a really cool cat.
He thinks you're crap.
He is doing this sustainable fuel test for the last couple of years with this company, and it's a little more expensive, like a bit more expensive. But if it was mass market, it would come down, of course, right? And he's been doing tests with hybrid cars and electric cars over the last couple of years as well. And he's come to the conclusion, quite rightly in my perspective, that full-on electric cars, unless you're just somebody who boots around in the city and has parking and a charge thing that works for you, isn't the right idea. Because he's been finding that those range extender type electric EVs, where you do have a petrol gasoline engine that kicks in when you need it, but it can run on EV only. Those ones, not the ones where the electric is just there to help and boost and stuff, but it's really an electric car and the gasoline engine just helps produce electricity when you need it.
It's a generator.
Yeah. And the gas engine does propulsion as well, but you know what I mean? Those are what we should really be looking at, not the pure EV only. He's been driving a Range Rover Sport, big heavy thing, not huge, but big, right? The Sport is the smaller one, smaller relatively. And he's got the electric plus gasoline hybrid model. And over a period of like 9 months of usage, like 78% of his time driving that vehicle has been on electric only. And surprisingly little fuel has gone through it. So if the fuel was renewable fuel that again is a bit more expensive, does that really matter as much because you're not using very much of it? Like I really think like he did this whole video. He really spelled it out. His arguments were very, very good. And you know.
Well, I mean, you say it's more expensive. How much more expensive is it? Like twice as much or a percentage?
Oh, right now it's like 2.5 times. But if it was truly at the pumps and not something you just bought in barrels and pumped yourself, then right, you know, it'd be very different, right?
Well, because there's another thing, you know, if you want to look at that, is that obviously petrol and diesel prices are going up, and they will continue to go up. This might just stay the same,
or go down,
well, it will go down, like you say, if they start mass producing it. So it might just come to the point where it's just the same price, or cheaper.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Will make people swap. You know, if it's cheaper, we're just going, oh well, sod it. You know, I'll swap.
Yeah. And speaking of a car like that, there's one I'm trying to find in my area to see if I can get enough money saved to get, but it failed miserably in the market. But I thought it was a really cool car. The Honda CRZ. And it was a modernized version of the CRX, that beloved little 2-seater Honda from the 80s, right? And the CRZ had some dinky little 3-cylinder engine and a little electrification hybrid thing. And it had like a fun sport mode and an eco mode. And it's just a cool little 2-seater with a little hatch in the back sort of car. And you know, one of those would be pretty cool for Felix and I. I just don't know. Like they kind of failed in the market. They weren't considered sporty enough. Like, you know, like the hairdressers that were buying them need fucking sports cars, right? But you know, it'd be a cool little car and cheap and on it, you know, economic, right? You know.
Yeah, interesting. You can't find one though.
Yeah, no, there's not even one for sale in my area. And I didn't look outside my area because I don't want to, you know, I'm not going to.
I mean, that could mean two things. A, the people who own them love them. Or B, they were shit and they're all been scrapped.
I think it's a combination of both. You know, but here's the thing with these hybrid EV cars that have a gasoline, petrol engine or diesel, whatever as well. Because you don't need a massive battery pack, just enough for like, you know, school run, shopping run, and that kind of thing, because that's how it's designed. And then bigger things, you know, we could get to a situation where we end up with a battery pack that's somewhat universal in size, so that the aftermarket can finally start helping people that have older EV cars. Because this is one of the problems, right? Is it's just all over the fucking map.
Yeah, a universal battery, it would be, you know, the way to go if people could agree on it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the modders are using Tesla as universal batteries because every time somebody crashes a Plaid, everybody raids it for parts, right? But I'd be embarrassed, you know, take an old VW Bug and turn it into an electric and put Tesla parts in it. Oh,
yeah. Epstein endorsed batteries.
Oh, yeah. That'd be like, you know, that would be fucking your Beetle in the wrong way, you know. You know, and then, but, you know, a lot of rant there. One thing I do want to say before we're done on this, Formula One is switching to sustainable fuels, 100% sustainable fuels, Formula One auto racing, that is, next season. Their sustainable fuels are special because they're very high performance fuels, right? You know what the estimated cost per liter is for Formula One fuel next year?
Well, how much is it for the fuel that they're using now? Let's start there.
Well, the fuel they use now is somewhat akin to pump gas, so it's probably about twice as expensive per liter.
Okay.
Right? It's not overly like it used to be
It's
crazy.
like aviation fuel.
It used to be back in the 80s and stuff, but they calmed that shit down, right? So the new stuff, the estimated fuel cost is 500 British pounds sterling per liter.
Graham just got that in the chat.
Yeah. Fucking crazy, man. Oh my God.
And they say that running my Land Cruiser is expensive.
Yeah. Hey, Graham, you must watch Harry's Garage as well there.
Hey, we have a donation in.
Yeah, we do, man. Joe Medley came in and dropped a good one. Oh, for fuck's sakes, that button. 35 American dollars in for the birthday boy. All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Very much.
Yeah. You know,
you'd be able to buy some Tylenol with that.
Oh, exactly. Autism for all. You'd probably get 3 or 4 cans of OnlyFans lube as well.
Yeah, you could re-sign on to Disney. Disney Plus.
Goes back, don't you know? Oh, Joe Medley. Awesome. Thanks, man. Very cool. Very cool. And PJ's feeling like total shit. So that's probably a lovely home delivery of a good meal that he won't have to fucking worry about.
Yeah. Better than his Meals on Wheels that he normally gets.
Yeah. He might even be able to afford faux lobster. All right.
Talking of which, I mean, we get into these adverts on TV. PJ's probably seen them as well. He probably watches the same fucking stupid channels I watch on telly. But there's like these adverts going around where you can have these ready meals sent to your door and easy to prepare and delicious. You know, it's basically just like fucking frozen meals you buy at the supermarket. It's like, what?
Seen them online.
Yeah.
And the portions look tiny. You'd eat it, you'd be starving. You'd probably want to eat about 3 days in one day.
I know. That's exactly the point I was getting to. It's like they photograph them and they think either those peas are massive or that's a very, very small plate. I mean, I know what it's like when you get older. You know, you don't eat quite as much as your appetite's down quite a bit. But they show people in their like 50s, receiving their delivery when really what you're talking about is like people in their 70s who just can't be bothered and
Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up crowd, right?
Yeah. But it's like when you get to that point and I can't even be bothered to fucking microwave this meal. Like,
yeah.
Can't be asked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I'll just eat it frozen.
Yeah. That's when you take the hot dogs out of the package and just put them directly in the bun because who fucking cares, right?
Yeah. You put them in the sunlight to warm them up a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Stick them on the radiator.
Yeah, just strap them to the muffler and go to the park.
Hey, I've tried that. I've tried cooking sausages in my car.
Did you?
Yeah. Didn't work.
Dude, I saw in Top Gear once the most amazing adapter, right? For at the end of your tailpipe, right as it exits the car, there was an adapter and it was a flip open thing that stuck to the tailpipe. Well, it was part of the little tailpipe you put on and you could put a burger in it. So you could drive somewhere and have a cooked burger at the end. Like, what? Why not just drive to McDonald's for the...
I just had a microwave fitted into the back of the car.
Yeah. Could you imagine you pull up at the park and you get out of your car with a bun and it's already got like cheese and mayo and mustard or whatever the hell you like on your burger, and you proceed to squat down and crawl under your car to retrieve the burger patty from your exhaust pipe?
And the corn cob that's been shoved up the exhaust pipe. See, the thing is, it kind of like goes back to the days of people driving steam trains and stuff like that. And you'd have the guy shoveling coal into the furnace, and then he'd fry up a bacon and egg for breakfast on the shovel, and it's like, oh god, that must be disgusting. Just this coal dust all over it.
Okay, here's the thing. Speaking of on the shovel, what the fuck is it in the world with these restaurants who try to outdo each other by serving food on the stupidest things they can find to serve food on? What's wrong with a plate?
Yeah, what's wrong with serving sushi off the back of a naked woman?
Well, nothing at all. But
you try eating a full English breakfast off the back of a Japanese girl. They don't like it.
Yeah. Or picking your fries out of the back hair of a bloke that just needed a shave, right?
Oh no.
Wait till there's a hair in my soup. Oh, hang on a minute. It's an arsehole.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. You're using that as a sausage stand? Plunk. Oh, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a sort of like a thing I've seen it in the UK, especially watching people go around like eating, doing foodie reviews and stuff, where they do like a full English breakfast and it's all in the griddle, and they just basically just like drop the frying pan in front of you.
Yeah.
There you go. Enjoy. Why you take it off the griddle, put it on a plate.
It's actually a stupid thing to do because that's just continuing to cook the food with the heat exchange and all that. And, so you get some over easy eggs so you can do some toast dipping. They serve it to you. You have your first one and the second one's hard by the time you get to it. It doesn't even make sense. That's just lazy.
Yeah. The thing is, I bet you they have a cooking griddle and the serving griddle.
Yeah.
And they take it out of the cooking griddle and put it into the serving griddle. You see, they're eating. I mean, it might just might as well just have like a fucking food bag, like a horse.
Yeah, a feed bag, man. Just strap it on, Yeah, would Sir like that individual or all mixed up in a bucket?
Oh, look, PJ's going out for a meal on Monday, so we're making him hungry now. So he's got all these options now. Will I have food in the griddle off the back of a naked lady, off a shovel, or will I strap a burger to my exhaust?
I haven't actually decided yet. Well, I don't think it's going to be any of them.
Yeah. If you're going to have waffles served on a naked body, it's going to have to be a fat bum for a big waffle. So just think of that, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking, PJ's not into sushi, obviously.
Could you imagine that? You're going for breakfast, you're having a waffle, and you're like, oh, shit, sorry, Bill, I got syrup down the crack.
You can put your order into the Japanese restaurant and say, the sushi platter on the back of a naked lady. Could I have that without the sushi? just a bit of teriyaki sauce or something.
Yeah. I just want the plate. Well,
and then of course what people do sometimes when you go out for a meal is you end up stealing the plate. So you're there to the court walking out of a Japanese restaurant with this like naked woman thrown over your back.
Restaurant order brides, Who knew that going for sushi would lead to a family?
Yeah. I used to feel bad stealing the bloody, the beer mats out of a pub. now I'm walking out of a restaurant with a naked lady.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's not be. It's 2020.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
he better have shaved his back.
We got a super chat in from Joe Medley here. $10 direct super chat in. for an extra pint then. Stay hydrated. I love it, Joe. Thanks again, man. Very cool. Very awesome.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. I think I got 10 in the PayPal account, so I can send it to him direct after the thing instead of waiting. That's the one thing about Super Chats.
Get 5.
Yeah. But that's the one thing about Super Chats. You can't give it to the person right away because we don't get it for 45 days or something sometimes, right? It's ridiculous.
So let's talk. I mean, it seems we're talking about food.
All right.
Yeah, PJ. What are you? Are you a McDonald's or a Burger King guy, or neither of the above?
I don't really like either, but the thing is, I haven't eaten meat since 1996.
Well, that's not going to help, is it?
Yeah, they do veggie burgers.
Yeah, but they're not very good, are they? Though
They're not the best. No,
you don't go to a place that does predominantly meat. To get meat substitute because they don't really try very hard.
Yeah,
you need to go to a good vegetarian. I did have a vegetarian burger once. It was an editor's birthday, and we all went to this it's a vegetarian. He's a vegetarian, so we went to the vegetarian restaurant for lunch. We were like the only people in the bloody place. I had a vegetarian burger, and it was really, really, really nice. I was surprised. It's just most of the time, the vegetarian stuff is just so appallingly bad.
Well, when veggie burgers first started coming on the radar, we had a vegetarian singer in the band. And I remember he would try all the different ones looking for something good. And I asked him, I don't get it. Why do you want a food that's shaped like meat and stuff? And he had a good answer. It's the convenience of it. It's a burger. Why do you want one? Right?
Yeah, but to be fair, the burger shape is not its natural form.
That's true, right?
If it came in a cow-shaped bun, then you've got an argument.
Have you ever tried to make a cow-shaped bun?
Can't say I have.
Yeah, I bet it's not easy. But yeah.
So do you find that, PJ? Because that's the way I see the world of being a vegetarian in the meat-eating world is half the time. A lot of places will do a vegetarian option, but it's a kind of like a fuck you. It's like it's like the least effort whatsoever.
A lot of places will literally all they'll do is a basic veggie burger. They've got a big menu, and then it's like you've got a basic veggie burger. That's it.
Yeah.
That is an excuse just to say they cater for you.
Yeah. Or is a baked potato with cheese. There you go. No,
burgers are nice. Sometimes a few places will make an effort.
Yeah.
But a lot of places, it's just a normal, basic veggie burger. That's it.
Yeah.
Because my daughter went through a massive phase of being vegetarian, and it was a pain in the ass for me cooking meals and stuff. But she gave up, and I think it's because of the general attitude of way vegetarians are treated. Unless you go to a specialist vegetarian restaurant and know what the fuck they're doing, the rest of the world just doesn't give a fuck.
It has got better. In the 90s, you couldn't even go to the supermarket and without knowing the ingredients because a lot of stuff wasn't marked.
That's
These
true.
days, most things are marked. But back then, they weren't. And you even had E-numbers, and some of them weren't vegetarian. So you had to have a list of E-numbers.
Yeah, although, to be fair, being a vegetarian yourself, if you go to a supermarket, you're now in segregated sections. It's like whites, blacks, and vegetarians. It's like they have a special section in the fridge which is like vegetarian stuff. So you're not even contaminated by looking at the meat stuff.
Yeah. Look, AI Alchemist did that. Look, it's a cow bun.
That looks delicious.
Fuck, I want one, man. I really do. It looks like it's sourdough with that cracking strip thing going, Oh, yeah.
No, I think it's been attacked by wolves. It's it's one of those cows. They find on alien autopsies and stuff. It's had its lungs removed.
Yeah, the Greys got to this one.
Yeah. But you can't feed a vegetarian that. I know it's vegetarian, but you can't feed a vegetarian that.
Imagine that. No, just rip off the head. That's the softest part.
Yeah. Mate, a tomahawk steak bun.
And in the 90s as well, you don't get it so often these days. You used to get a lot of people that used to think fish was, you say, what's the vegetarian option? Fish. And they thought that was vegetarian.
I
mean, there isn't much now. Most people know these days, but you still get it occasionally.
Mm. So what is the vegetarian option for fish? Fish. Yeah.
I never understood that.
Crab sticks.
Vegetarian. Fish? Vegetarian. Fish? I never understood that.
Oh dear. But you do know eating carrots is murder, though.
Carrot juice constitutes murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, plants have got feelings. You can only eat fruit that's fallen from the tree. That's
right. Yeah. If you listen closely, you can hear it scream on the way down.
I don't want to live.
Sharon, no, or whatever the name was. Hey, Mexi Girl's alive and kicking again. She's got power. She has the power.
I thought she looked a little bit like He-Man. Oh dear.
All right.
What's that? I can't remember. What's the name of that activist? The young girl.
Greta Hamburger.
Greta Hamburger. Yeah. The world was so cruel to her recently because she got like a new hairstyle, and everybody was like submitting her face onto He-Man because she just basically had the same kind of like haircut as him. And so Facebook was full of people taking the piss out of Greta because she had this haircut. And
wow.
The world is nasty.
That's why I just gave up. I don't get haircuts anymore. It's just simpler.
She's autistic as well.
I always wondered if there was a little spectrum in the girl. I always wondered that. Yeah, there's certain tells.
A little bit of rainbow too, probably.
Could be. You never know. I wasn't sure if you were going to say rain boot or rainbow on that one.
Yeah. I mean, even then, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the world is a cruel place now.
Yeah.
God, that happened quick.
The world is a vampire.
The world was such a nice place like 10 years ago. When people like coming onto the street and just like dancing, doing those like those mob. What do they call them? Flash mobs.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and people was going around like putting smiles on people's faces.
Remember the pay it forward thing where you'd be in the drive-through for coffee and you'd pull up and they would say, "Oh, it's paid for." You're like, "What?" Yeah, the people in front just bought your order.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. In a supermarket where you see little old lady. She's buying something. I'll get it.
Felix and I are the type, whenever we see like the little old lady, and we got a lot of them in town, we're always helping them out to their cars and stuff. And they just love Felix because he's so happy and chatty and, he's trying so hard. And it's great,
Yeah, but it makes you sick when you find out they're a multi-billionaire.
And they didn't even fucking tip you. Well, next time, Granny, I'll fucking remember you, huh?
Yeah, but like I say, a few years ago, the world was such a nice place, and I put it all down to one person alone, and we all know
Jimmy Kimmel.
Gives you autism, the fucking shit gibbon.
Yeah, exactly.
The rise of the shit gibbon and the hatred and everything.
Yeah. I think we could call him Turkey Neck Hitler.
Yeah.
Right, because he's got some serious. I mean, it's like he's trying to be a squirrel, and instead of having nuts for the winter in his little pouches, he ate a fucking watermelon, and it's just hanging there.
I don't think we'd have so much hatred in the UK at the minute either. If it wasn't for him, I saw a great video of this fucking numpty being interviewed, and he's got a t-shirt on with St. George's flag on it, except he's got like a little red cross in each of the white spaces. So there's like 4 little red crosses and the woman's saying that, that's the flag of Georgia, don't you? No, it's the England flag with other representations of England in it. Yeah, this he starts pointing around and goes, this one represents Scotland. Remember Scotland in England. This one represents Wales. This one represents Northern Ireland. And the 4th one and he starts to slow up. 4th one represents Southern Ireland. which isn't part of the United Kingdom, you brat.
What the fuck? I know better.
Fucking morons.
You get idiots in the UK now walking around with mega hats on, make England right again.
Yeah,
they love Trump. They love him. Don't know why, but they do.
I don't know why. I mean, what are they watching? Well, how's it be that they can't even see that Trump is a monster? He's destroying America, and we go, yeah, we want some of that as well, please. Yeah. Thank you very much.
PJ, would you say the average income level perceived by the look of the person wearing the MAGA hat is on the lower side?
Usually, yeah.
I would say usually, not always.
Isn't it funny how there's lots of, lower end income people who are so extremist in their right views that they're watching Trump make life miserable for poorer people, and they still support him.
Yeah. I mean, you do get a few sort of like middle-aged old biddies who are like, pro right wing and get rid of the immigrants. I don't want to be raped by. You'd hope to be raped by them.
Exactly. If a big brown, you'd love it, honey. Fucking.
You haven't had one in years. You probably never had one either.
Balls bouncing off your fucking slack ass. You'd love it.
It's like force feeding a vegetarian a burger. Anyway, that's a bit. You can't really say things like that. It's a bit. Can't make light of that kind
Too
of
fucking late now
activity. But I don't know. And also, this guy was saying, they've stolen all the homes. They've stolen all the homes. He's talking about immigrants. They've stolen all the homes. And she's going, have they? How?
By earning money and buying them?
They're immigrants. They're immigrants. They're not getting, they're just, they're not even on social welfare. They're just. He goes, they've stolen all the hotels. They've stolen the hotels, or they've just been put up in hotels.
Really? Yeah. I've never seen a pocket big enough to take a hotel and walk out of a store with it. It's just.
But he was saying things like, they've stolen all the hotels in Epping. You can't get a hotel in Epping. And if I wanted to take my family on a holiday, I wouldn't be able to get a hotel And she goes, "What? You want to take your family on a holiday to Epping?" No. But if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Yeah.
He emphasized the fact that there's plenty of hotels. It's just
We've
taken everything.
got this.
Facts just don't matter to these people.
Not at all. We've got this thing right now because I'm in British Columbia and I'm closer to Alberta than I am the water. We're getting wrapped up in this little thing that's going on in Canada right now where people are getting a little bit worked up about temporary foreign workers. And when I say those three words, what I mean is people that are a little browner than us that all live south of America, the United States of America, right? Usually a lot of Mexicans and stuff. So,
yeah.
And it's funny because they come up and work in the orchards and vineyards around here. And
I work on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There's this long history that I could go through, but to sum it up in a nutshell, picking fruit used to be a thing a few locals would like, and it used to be this weird rite of passage where Quebecers after high school but before college would come out here and spend the summer just camping on orchards, hanging out, getting drunk at the beach and picking fruit and working the trees and stuff, right? And but over time, the locals wanted to do it less and less and stuff, and the Quebecers weren't coming as much, and farmers were literally having fruit go bad on the trees. They couldn't find workers. So the Canadian government started doing this whole project because a lot of, farms and stuff need the help. And we start getting these Mexican guys up through our valley and whatnot. And they're all really cool dudes, very chill. And they do the work not for piecework like we used to do, where you'd get paid per bucket of cherries or whatever. They do it by the hour because the wage is still so good. When they send it back home, the family's really good and it all works out. And it used to be the locals would get good money picking like cherries or apples, but then really shitty money picking like apricots and stuff. And vineyard work can be a bit hard in the vines and stuff. And so now it's all hourly wages, and the farms had to build real accommodations for these guys to live in when they come up. And when people hear about this, so everybody built accommodations and they come up here and just steal jobs and stuff. You get these right wingers that are just going off in their head as if it's a bad thing. But not one of these basement fucking dwelling keyboard warrior fucks would be out in 42 Celsius degree heat, bending over all day, picking fucking whatever, or climbing trees with 60 pounds of apples in your huge bag and whatnot. Not one of these cream puff little bitches are going to do the work. So every one of you, shut the fuck up because you're just being political assholes.
It is that argument is just so funny. They're coming over here stealing our jobs. Yeah, exactly. The jobs that nobody wants. I mean, that's what's been happening with immigration.
Yeah.
Well, since medieval times, since the Romans, and you go back thousands, hundreds, millions of years. You go back millions of years now. Go back, hundreds of years. And a lot of immigration was about there was arguments about immigration during the time of Henry VIII.
Yeah, well, we called it slavery at times as well, but right, But I mean, this is, and it's been a thing, like the whole idea of democracy and beginnings and stuff way back over in the Mediterranean. Well, history has told us. The only reason people had all day to sit around and argue and vote was because they had 7 slaves at home. And, there's this, I got myself tongue-tied, frustrated here.
A disconnect. It's probably the word you're looking for.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one, dude. And I'm flustered. Hold on, I'm flustered. But you know, the idea that your life in Canada, United States, insert your country here, would only be better if there was less immigrants is you admitting you're so fucking lazy that they are beating you to the dollars you think you deserve. That's what's going on.
Yeah. And of course, they don't deserve the dollars at all.
Nobody deserves. Yeah, exactly.
Not in the slightest. And
that's why I use that word, right? Yeah.
And of course, the simple fact of the matter is, half the time, these people never cross. Well, not never crossing swords. Crossing paths. They never meet each other, and they never know what's going on. It's just what they've heard about. Oh yeah, there's all these immigrants, and they're coming over here stealing our jobs. Yeah, they're just these temporary workers. Because they can't get anybody else to do the temporary work. I mean, you say fruit is falling from the trees. Well, PJ's underneath the carrot tree waiting for it to drop before he can eat it. That's how it works. But yeah, no, it's fucking madness. The same over here. Same over here. They're talking about immigrants, and of course they put down it's like everybody's an illegal immigrant. Yeah, any immigrant is an illegal immigrant. Or an asylum seeker is an illegal immigrant. There's so many different classifications of immigrant. Is they round them all up into one and just go, right, we hate the Muslims.
Yeah.
Or the awful.
Or the Arabs or what. Yeah. They just
round a lot of that Islamophobia. I've seen so much of that. That's horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, especially where you live.
Yeah.
Because it's rife. I'm not going to say I'm not going to dox you, but in the city where you live, there's so much, should we say, racial hatred, kicking about. But at the same time, a lot of integration, quality, and patience for each other.
We had an amazing thing. Well, the first part of it's not amazing, but the way it ended was earlier this summer, because we get a lot of folks from Alberta who come to where I live to vacation. It's a very popular vacation spot. It's a somewhat small town, and we have a lake on either side of town, right? So people like it here. And Alberta's way more right-leaning than we are here. So we had a tourist family who got all up in arms because a couple of people that were also in line at the beer store, the one by me, a couple of the girls had the whole, Middle Eastern looking, headdress thing on, right. And a couple of these guys, blah, blah, these fuckers or whatever, and so on. And the store instantly decided they would not serve these bigoted fucking assholes. And all the other customers in line were like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it was in the paper local. It was brilliant, man.
Good for them.
Yeah. Those are the kind of stories that make me want to stay here with Felix because he's a bit vulnerable and stuff, and it's just a good community, right? Fuck that, man. Don't bring that to our shores, so to speak.
Yeah, you got to keep smacking it down when we say it.
Yep. I remember during COVID. Oh my God, I bet I had to take care of 7 or 8 fucking assholes over at that beer store over time. Remember Dunk for a while? It was like every 4 weeks. Oh, I had to drag another guy out of the fucking store. Jesus.
Yeah, but the interesting thing, it was not a race issue. It wasn't, it was just pure idiot.
Yeah, that's just political bullshit because they're hard righties that are saying, you're stamping on my freedom. No, I would just like to survive.
Yeah, and you're just being a prick.
Yeah, you know,
that's not in the Constitution, the First Amendment. You are allowed to be a prick
exactly
wherever you want.
Yeah. You know, and this store is literally like just next door. I've been going to it for like, 12 years or something. The staff are my friends. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stand there and let some piece of trash redneck fuck yell and scream at some girl. Fuck you, man. I'll take you down.
Especially when you might get discount next time. That's what it all comes down to in the end. Yeah, cash.
They're always trying to give me the beer branded stuff. I'm like, I don't want my home full of beer logos. I don't want that shit.
Oh, that'd be great. You know, well, this week our sponsor is our sponsor that we're not getting any money from. But
yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's just this war on immigrants and immigration from the right is just so fucked up, because the other side of this is the right are usually the ones that want to just be rich, lazy assholes and usually have like immigrants as staff at their estates and stuff, right?
Yeah, until Epstein steals them. And then he gets annoyed. I mean, interesting thing. Yeah, Mexico said in the chat, she's because she's living in Mexico. That's why she's called Mexico.
Living in Mexico.
Yeah. Okay. He's got an album coming out. So she says, well, she's an expat. And that would be really funny if we actually just start calling all the immigrants that come over to the UK. They're not immigrants; they're just expats.
Just expats. Yeah. It's funny how that works, right? Americans that go other places are expats, right? They're not immigrants.
Yeah. You don't see all the people in Spain complaining about all the fucking immigrants that have come over here and buying all their homes and setting up their new. No, they're expats.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. And that's why we've got traditional English pubs in Spain now, because they couldn't stand the traditional Spanish pubs. They had to make the traditional English pub.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know how to scramble eggs. You got to beat it more.
Meanwhile, missing out on the fantastic food that Spain has got to offer.
Exactly, man. That would be such a shame, right?
Yeah. I'm not doing this fucking Mediterranean diet that's supposed to be good for you. I want my ham, egg, and chips.
Yeah. Where's my bland meat, potatoes, and lots of gravy? What the fuck is this spicy, lovely, colorful stuff? And I
want a pint of Watney's Red Barrel, please. Yeah. Tastes like shit, but it's English.
Yeah. Traditional, just like consumption. That's a way to die. That's a proper way to go.
The plague, if you want tradition.
Yeah. You're not a true man until you've had the mill take your arm at 19.
Well, RFK's working on it, so we might see the plague back in the United States here.
Oh, God.
Bringing back a good tradition.
I'm sure it's right on the heel, like right there, ready to pounce,
starting, giving everybody syphilis.
Yeah. I hear he's going to start a new church, and baptism involves something to do with toilet water.
From that water from that creek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I shall baptize you in pure sewage.
And it'll hold your nose and to make sure you actually, you take some of it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Swallow 12 ounces.
But no Tylenol.
Yeah. God, a man that sounds like him when he speaks, being in charge of health and human. It's just unbelievable.
I'm the healthy man in the world.
Somebody speaking with the old cancer kazoo vibrators thing is fucking easier to understand. Fuck
off! It's the worm in his brain that's doing all the talking.
And the worm went into his brain.
Stop promoting your album. Stop it. I think the worm has taken control.
Yeah.
I think there's one in Patel as well.
Yeah, but it's only on one side. It's the eye that's crooked.
Yeah. You got to see Alien Earth and see the T Oculus thing that takes it's like a octopusy thing with a big eye, and it takes people over by like popping their eyeball out and becoming the eye. That's what Cash Patel looks like. I gotta do a doctored image of that.
Somebody needs to do a plushie of Cash Patel, and as you put your fist up his butt, his eyes pop out even more.
I tell you what, if I do a Photoshop knock-up of that, put it on social medias, I better make sure I got my signature on it, because it's going to be passed around all over the place. I'm surprised nobody's done it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, here we go.
Now I've said it.
Here we go. That's a Shills sponsorship wall right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what your back wall should look like.
I should just start saving cans, put them behind me.
Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like under your desk.
No, I take them out, man. I don't like them, sitting around and smelling and stuff. Yeah. I guess you'd have to really wash them out and stuff to like keep them. Never really thought of that. Sounds like effort.
For fuck's sake.
Hey, you got to be honest, Oh, what time is it? We're still all right. Okay. I have a delivery coming after.
Oh, talking of deliveries. Had an Amazon delivery this morning. It was like about 8 o'clock in the morning. And
but you get a motorcycle?
And this fucking immigrant comes to the door.
It took our jobs.
He's got this package and he says, I need code. Well, hang on a minute. Is it for it's from my son. He's still asleep. It's not the crack of noon. He's not up yet. So it's like he's standing there, and I'm not even sure if he was at work or not. So I go in to check the keys for the shed where he keeps his bike. So he is still here, and I'm walking past the door again because it says, "I need code or I go." Okay, I get it. Just give us a chance. I shout upstairs, and eventually. Teenage, I say teenage, he's not teenage anymore, comes down the stairs. But in the meantime, the guy is just standing at the door saying, I need code or I go. It's like you're delivering a package, mate.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you, why are you escalating this to like, I need it or I go?
Yeah.
Just deliver the fucking package and we'll do our end of the deal. We'll do the end, our part of it.
Yeah.
And of course, he comes down and he's scrolling through his phone and he's got like several orders. So he's trying to find the right code. He's, that's not the right one. Oh, this is the, Eventually, gets it through. But the guy was just like so fucking impatient.
Yeah. Well, here, dude, this is what happened to me recently on a delivery. It was a delivery where I had to sign for it. And I have camera front and back, right? So I had it on camera. The courier, and this was like I paid big money to have the thing delivered as fast as possible. The courier walked up to my door, stuck the sorry you weren't home, please come and pick it up notice on my door, and walked away. Didn't ring the doorbell or anything.
Yeah. I see a lot of that as well.
Yeah, I flipped out. I called them. I was like, fuck you. I spent like $48 sending that damn thing from like an 8-hour drive away from me. You get that fucking driver back here right fucking now. And boom, the driver was back in like 25 minutes. I was furious. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I got you on camera. Don't cheat.
Yeah. Fucking immigrants.
No, I understand. Yeah. I understand from the driver's perspective. they have so little time to do each drop that if it takes me 3 or 4 minutes to finally get to the door because maybe I use a walker or something and blah, blah, they just can't afford it because they're so overworked. I get it. But it's not the driver I was, furious with on the phone and stuff. It was the company,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drive them hard, but at the same time, it's just not a good customer relationship in the end of the day.
I was just going to say, sometimes they just dump them outside your door.
Yeah,
knock the door and leave, and don't even check whether you're there.
Yeah.
And you see parcels just left, and anybody could take them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. The idea, way back in the day, there was always mom at home while dad was working and the kids were at school. So packages were just simply delivered, right?
Yeah.
But that's gone. And what we need now is a system where everybody's front door has some kind of slide lock thing where packages can go in.
Well, they do exist. But the thing is, the same case as you is that we are home. We are there.
Yeah.
We're probably sitting next to the fucking door and they don't even bother.
Yeah. If somebody knocks on my door, I can't be far enough away from my door not to hear it. My place isn't big, right? It's 2 levels, but even still, I can't stand it when they don't even make the attempt. I get so mad, Or if I order Felix and I a nice takeout meal and they show up and deliver it, I always put in the special instructions to the driver, please ring the doorbell, because I don't want stuff sitting outside, especially if it's like cold out or something, even for a minute. I want to get it instantly. And I get so pissy when the driver can't even follow that simple instruction.
The feral kids get at it first.
Yeah, and exactly. I understand that there's probably a situation where 35 or 40% of my drivers don't actually read English very well, but that's not my problem. It's the problem of the service to figure it out so that the driver knows. Right. And, please ring doorbell should be an easy translation to whatever language is this person's first native language. Why is it the companies don't even try to do this for the poor drivers? It's bullshit,
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
I'll start getting all right wing and everything.
Yeah. But it's total bullshit, right? And DoorDash in Canada right now, I don't know about the rest of the world, but DoorDash in Canada, there's no longer a tip field when you order. Mm-hmm. And there's no way to give the driver a tip and pay electronically without going to the help menu and going to speak to an agent and going through all the rigmarole to add a tip to your bill, which means you have to have, in our case in Canada, we have a $1 and a $2 coin. So, maybe you have 2 $2 coins or 4 of the ones or a 5 or whatever. But in my case, I never have money.
Yeah, that's the difference. In the UK, we don't have like this tipping kind of.
Oh God, I wish.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of attitude over here. You'll get service charge at a restaurant and stuff like that. Service charge that happens, which can be a bit shitty sometimes. But yeah, no, this idea of someone just like bringing stuff to your door and giving them money. Extra money for doing the service, which you laid on. You order a takeaway and they say, yeah, free delivery. Yeah, so okay, I'll do that. But then they'll stand there wanting a tip. Well, I thought it was free delivery. It's not free delivery then, is it? It didn't say, please tip your delivery driver.
Yeah.
It said free delivery.
Yeah, and you can take that further. For the longest time, especially in like North America, Canada, and the United States, waitresses, I mean, there's waiters as well, but historically, you know, diners and coffee shop waitresses and stuff would get paid.
People.
Yeah, they'd be paid a shitty minimum wage and exist on tips. I mean, even what's his name there? That filmmaker guy, Pulp Fiction, Tarantino. He put a big spew about this in Reservoir Dogs. I think his seminal film still. And it's weird how that became like it's even law. Oh, if you work a job that's known for getting good tips, the company's allowed to pay you less than minimum wage. What?
Yeah, and also what happens? You hear the stories of these companies where they just keep the tips. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't give them to the staff. It's like what?
Or when you've got a waitress at a fancy restaurant who makes some really killer tips, but they only give a certain smaller percentage of the tips to the kitchen staff, who are at least 50% of the reason she got tips, with her low-cut blouse as well. You know what I mean?
The chef was wearing a low-cut blouse.
Yeah.
But, you can tell.
But just because she's the one that brings, or brings the food out, the tip should be, the maitre d' did their part and stuff, and what,
That's why they shouldn't be tips. It should be like, this is, everybody should be valued equally.
In my view, the whole idea of tipping culture is bullshit. It should be in the wage, not the way we're doing it now. But I don't see a problem with you saying, wow, my drink was never empty tonight. As soon as my plate was like, you right here taking it away. Here's a $20 tip. You're fantastic at your job. But
yes,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Not almost. It's almost like mandatory.
Yeah, I feel guilty if I'm like, well, I don't think I was treated very well, but they expect 20% tip. I mean, I'll give you $5, and I hate this moral game. It shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I
mean, I'd be one of those people that go to a hotel in America, and the bellboy shows me to my room. Tells me how the coffee machine works. I know how it works. I'm a fucking idiot. That's the television. I know that's the television.
Yeah,
and that's the curtains. What, the curtains? Yeah, and then you go,
curtains.
and you say thank you, and then we'll just stand there at the door, and be like, what?
Yeah,
what? What? Just be standing there waiting me to slip him $10, but for what?
Yeah.
Tell me where the curtains and the TV and the coffee machine are.
Yeah.
I know. I got eyes. I know that. I know how it works. And
even at the liquor store, the beer store that I go to, the person does their job, stocking shelves and stuff. But I walk in, I look around, I select what I want to purchase, and bring it to the till. But they have a tip jar and a tip option on the payment screen. You haven't done anything.
Yeah, you just charged me for it.
Yeah, just because I'm buying alcohol off you doesn't mean you deserve extra money. That's ridiculous.
It is crazy.
All you did was stand there on your phone watching me walk around the store for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like going into a bar and there's some crappy cover band play in the background. They've got their tip bucket, and it's not like that. If you had someone like behind the till and they got like a guitar and a mariachi band playing in the background, you go, oh yeah, it's a tip for the cool music. As I came in, thank you very much. But it's not, you haven't done anything. You haven't performed. You just,
yeah.
And just because you got tight jeans and your tits are hanging out. I get better money results by going to a titty bar. If I'm going to tip anyone, it's going to be something like that.
And why does a Starbucks barista?
Oh, shut up!
I hate that word. But They always have a tip jar and lots of people use it. Why do they get a tip, but McDonald's and Subway and stuff don't? There's this weird thing with this, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. McDonald's, well, obviously McDonald's and Burger King, they don't deserve tips because they're just doing the bare minimum to get you your order right.
Yeah.
But, you're right.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that happen?
Yeah. And I mean, there's this weird thing, especially in North America, where alcohol people get tipped for sure, but food people, if they're serving it to you, yes, but if it's like stand takeout, no. I don't even know the rules anymore. It's so fucking confusing, you know. Drives me crazy.
Yeah. I remember years ago when I worked in a pub, I was only about 18, 19. It was a busy pub, and the nice looking women behind the bar were the only ones that really got the tips.
Yeah.
And the other male bar staff started complaining, and then the manager actually made everybody collect them together and split them at the end of the night. And then the women were complaining.
See, now in a bar.
But wait, though, before you jump in there, Dick, hold on to that thought, because when you say getting tips behind the bar, it's used as like, oh, can I buy you a drink? And they and they basically just don't pour a drink, but they'll take the money and put it
right
in a collection. But yeah, carry on, Dick.
Me?
Yeah. I interrupted you. Remember?
Sorry, I got distracted because a beep came through.
God, you're easy to distract.
Well, this one's actually, I need to check a thing here.
Check a thing, check a trade, checkatrade.com.
Yeah. Okay, thank God. I've got an order for some stuff coming after the show. And I got an alert saying there was a substitution. And I was like, oh, for the love of God, don't get it wrong. I've had some real hard, weird moments with ridiculous substitutions. You can tell that the person they have combing the aisles for what I want is like 16 years old and never, ever had to shop or buy anything for themselves yet. And
yeah,
so
you ordered King Edward potatoes, but you gave you some bananas instead.
Yeah. I ordered a chunk of this 5-year aged old cheddar cheese that's just rank, lovely, strong. And their substitute were those little plastic packages, peel open cheese things that you would give to like a child to go to kindergarten. I was like, what the fuck?
Like cheese strings.
Yeah, exactly. It was barely even cheese.
Baby Bell.
Yeah. And there was a few other things they did to me the last couple of times as well that were just ridiculous. But every time I just complain and they refund me and I don't even have to return the items, right?
Well, it's just too much effort for them.
Yeah. So one of the things was I ordered a big jug for my Swiffer, emergency spill mop thing. And instead of orange, I got purple, but orange was in stock. There was no reason to give me the wrong one. So they refunded my money, like $13-14 or whatever. And I have it sitting there. It's really what you need them to do is you order some filters for your coffee machine, and they come up with a 52-inch plasma screen and say, "That's not what I ordered. It's a substitute." Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll refund you.
Yeah. I'll get paid back for the coffee filters, and I keep the screen.
Worst is when you order vegetarian, like I ordered a vegetarian pie, and they replaced it with a meat pie.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, they're just trying to convert you.
They did that to me too, where I ordered whole bean coffee and I received fine grind, and I'm like, I don't even have a maker that can use this. What am I? It just makes mud in the style. I have a coffee press and whatnot. It was ridiculous, but that was a free thing of coffee because they gave me a refund for it. So what did I do? I went and got one of those pour over plastic things you put on your cup with 20 filters in the box. And so now if they screw up and give me the wrong coffee again, at least I can make it. But I swear, in my last $600 worth of orders, I guarantee I've had over $100 in refunds and kept it all. How fucked up? How much money are they making that they can have this happen and it's fine? A
lot.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, Super chat Matt in the chat there talking about eating some pizza. I am about to start making some pizza dough so I can make homemade pizza now that I got my mixer and everything and all that sorted. And I'm doing the debate. Do I want to do regularized pizza, which makes a pretty good crust, or do I want to go like Panago Pizza in Canada where you do a slow rise in the fridge and it takes like 3 days because wow, does it make a fucking crust. But you got to, if you commit and then on day 3 you don't feel like pizza, well, it's a waste, right? Yeah, deep pan for sure. Oh, yeah. No, Mexi, I'm not a thin crust person. I like it,
modern day problems, Dick. Modern day problems.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do there. I'm going to try both just to see. Yeah. Oh, Matt's asking what Felix likes for pizza. He's a real big Hawaiian pizza guy, but he also likes what we call Canadian. So pepperoni, bacon, mushroom. We always do extra cheese and just make it real sloppy and goopy. And yeah.
When he says he's really into Hawaiian, where he just likes eating pizza off the back of a naked Hawaiian girl.
Oh, well, you know him. I get what's going on. Okay. Sorry, I was just having an issue with technology and I fixed it. Okay. Very strange. Hey, we got a shout out here from our own Mexi girl in the chat. She threw in
the immigrant.
Yeah. Fucking immigrant. $6.66
for the PJ Birthday Fund. Hooray!
All right. Thanks, Mexi girl. Yeah.
You.
Very cool. We'll get that sent over after.
He's going to order out and get a fantastic vegetarian pie and then be presented with a cow pie. It's a substitute.
Yeah.
It's a vegetarian food. When you talk about vegetarian food, it's a meat substitute. The vegetarian version of that is you ordered a vegetarian, so you got a vegetarian substitute, which is meat. There you go, no problem. Just done.
The Who already sang your song, PJ. Remember, substitute meat for veg. Remember?
Yeah, he was.
I don't think that's what the song's about, though.
That's probably true. So substitute by the Who.
I don't think they did it quite literal like that.
Yeah, but substitute by the Who was just rewritten by Van Halen and called Hot for Teacher. So substitute teacher.
Yeah.
I'm a big Who fan. I love those guys, especially the proper days, not the post Keith Moon stuff where they released the odd album. That was just wrong.
Yeah. Quadrophenia and all that.
Amazing film.
Hey?
It's a bonkers film, Quadrophenia. It's a good film. I haven't seen it in years.
I saw it way back on like Laserdisc or something, I think, but not since then.
Yeah, there used to be a time it used to be on the telly all the bloody time. I haven't seen it for a long time.
I find when you go back and watch a lot of these movies that rockers made in the 60s and 70s, it's kind of a letdown. You'd better off just listening to the record.
Yeah. Yeah, what was the one? There was a one with oh god, I can't remember.
The Beatles, they made a few. Or what about Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park? One of the worst movies ever made. Oh God.
There was a weird film made with David Essex, and it shows him, starting off, I can't remember. He's like a fair, works on a fairground, and he starts a band, or gets into a band, and it's like traveling around in a van, and it just ends up to him becoming like mega star, and he's like living in a like palatial, like expat. He's living in a foreign castle somewhere,
right?
And he's so full of himself. He ends up, I want to do an opera. I want to do an opera. What's the film? Was it Stardust? Was that the film? I can't remember.
Stardust, isn't that with Olivia Neutron-Bomb?
That was Xanadu.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was a bizarre film, and he's basically like drugged up to his fucking eyeballs by the end of it. Very, very weird film. But yeah, that's what you're talking about. Films of those sort of like 70s. Were just like musicians were making movies.
Yeah,
not like the Elvis days when he was like cracking out a movie every week.
Yeah. What did Eddie Murphy say about that? Elvis is so popular, we got him in movies, but he can't act. Fuck it, let him sing his lyrics. That was funny. What's her name? Do you remember the American TV show called Coach that had Craig T. Nelson?
Yeah, sort of.
I really, really liked that show. I always found Craig T. Nelson to be hilarious. The girl that's his girlfriend in that TV show is in one of the old Elvis movies as like a love interest. I saw her talking about it in an interview once, and she was like, "Oh, it was surreal to be in a movie with Elvis. I mean, he couldn't act, but it's Elvis."
Yeah. She didn't spend any stage time with him.
Yeah.
We were just in the same. It was like Wrath of Khan with Montalban and William Shatner. They never actually met while they were shooting the movie.
Yeah. Well, they would have been like positive and negative energy. It would have just simply, destroyed the earth, right?
Yeah.
Two egos like that cannot be contained in one room. Like Ricardo Montalban, he used to overdo his accent just to make sure you heard it.
Oh, he was so good at it, though.
Yeah. I'll never, ever forget that fucking commercial he did for Chrysler, the Cordoba. Oh, my God, when he says, "Oh, it's fine Corinthian leather." And he's just layering on the tongue as he's delivering the lines. It's so funny. Oh, God.
I will chase him around perdition's flame till I find him.
Yeah.
Car! Hang on. Let me do that properly. Car!
But he had that real stage flair that William Shatner also had.
Yeah.
They worked great as adversaries on screen. That was fucking good.
Again, I go back to my point is that the two of them never acted off each other. And when you watch that film, you never think it. They just play off each other like they're in the same room, and they weren't.
Yeah,
it's brilliant, and it a testament to their I dare say acting abilities. I mean, they're not the greatest actors in the world, but they played that so well.
Yeah, I'll give Shatner credit on that one, even, and I'm kind of a critic on him, but
How did you hear about Shatner?
What happened?
Apparently, he was hospitalized recently, and like there was all the social media went mad. Oh, William Shatner, and then it comes out later that oh, hang on, is that me? Is my thing fucked up?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll sort that out. It comes out that he puts posts out that oh no, I'm all right, that's fine.
You probably just had gout or something,
My Avatar app is deciding to update.
Oh wow.
Brilliant timing. Thank you very much.
So many of the services we use on this show for streaming and stuff, every time I open the apps and whatnot, oh, blah, blah, and this and that, and pop up and pop up and pop up. I'm like, these are services and apps structured for live streaming. Don't you think when I open them, I'm kind of expecting to just use them and not sift through your bullshit? Oh, he's gone again.
Oh no! Yeah, it's like, oh fuck's sake! It's now asking for my email and password. I can't remember what my fucking password is.
What a joke, right? What a joke! There's no need of having to log in to an app that does something locally. Get out of the way, people. Fuck. What a joke.
And it's one of those things where it doesn't actually come up with the password.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you can see me. You can see me. I can probably close this and then tell it to fuck off. Yeah,
it's working right now. So, their attempts to fool you have been underrated. So, PJ, holy fuck. Yeah. PJ, you made it through the whole show.
I've done a lot better than I expected. Not feeling great, but this has helped. It's helped take my mind off it. I've been struggling not to laugh at some of it. I've been into a coughing fit.
You've been struggling not to laugh? That's what that we should put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. With the face of Palin doing the marching up and down the square.
Yeah. Struggling not to laugh.
Right, off you go.
Got something better to do, have you? I've been learning to play the piano.
Got something better to do, have you?
Learning to play the piano.
The way he delivers those lines, I mean, after they captured that, they just must have been like, never lose that tape. No one could ever do that again. It's just one of those classic moments of comedy, man.
If you haven't seen it, it's just the way that his hat wobbles on the top of his head, like it's not attached.
Yeah,
it's like on a spring or something. It's just like wobbling around.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. My son and I laugh doing those lines all the time together, Oh yeah. My son's a massive Python fan, right? So
Pete Hegseth is called in all the top military brass to come to do you think that's what it's going to be? Here's my plan, marching up and down the square. unless anybody's got anything better to do.
I think it's going to be a bit more Russian. Here is your new oath to swear, and here is the window.
Here's your new uniforms. Yes, the armbands. You do need to wear the armbands. So.
Yeah, no, that's pronounced swastika.
Oh,
can you imagine though? Being somebody who has earned the respect of their peers, the judgment of those above, saying that you are the person for the job, rising up through the ranks to become one of the top commanders of the most powerful military the earth has ever seen. And then all of a sudden, Fox News drunk fuck Hegseth is the one you have to answer to.
Well, it's a bit like the final scene in what's the film with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. What's that film called? It's just like
Batman?
you can't. No, he's the courtroom thing. You can't handle the truth.
A Few Good Men.
A few good men, and it's like it's like Jack Nicholson's character is like a top military brass guy, and he has to cow down to this like little
punk bitch. Yeah.
And he gets so fucking angry with it.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen, and then they'll all throw Pete Hegseth out of a window.
Yeah. I mean, I could just imagine our own Commander Lance McMillan walking into a meeting with Pete Hegseth and looking down and saying, "Your shoe's untied."
Yeah. Flicking his nose.
Yeah, just disgusted,
You're drunk, soldier. Yeah.
Oh man, wow. That would, like, for me, somebody who worked in music for years as a player and a performer and a sub in, and studio work and stuff and whatnot. For me, that would be like the head of the, music union that you were working with or whatever, your management or something being taken over by Milli Vanilli. Right?
I've seen some great videos, like conversation of like top ex-military generals and whatever saying this is way off of a line. This is never happened before.
Exactly.
There's no reason for this whatsoever. Yeah, and taking top commanders off military duty in places where they're actually doing stuff.
There's major actions and exercises and stuff going on in 3 locations and so on right now. It's unbelievably stupid ass timing,
Yeah. So let's put 800 of our top military brass into one location at one time. Can anybody with any kind of military strategy see the problem with that?
Yeah. What do you mean do it in a bunker? Why not on the beach?
Let's do it above this lovely aerial place where a drone just can fly in and take out the entire top branch of the military.
We thought we would have this meeting outdoors on the patio, and just to be fun, we painted the patio like a big dartboard.
Yeah.
Who wants to stand in the triples?
Yeah. And it won't be Hegseth. It'd be hard to be on a concrete bunker. That is all very strange. I mean, I hate to use the phrase. I hate to use the phrase. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be the result of that, but at the same time, that's probably not the right terminology I should be using. It's like I should be terrified. Of what this means.
Yeah,
because I think Trump just wants a war. He wants a war scenario, so he can then use the powers of being a war president that can shut down elections and shut down this, that, and the other.
That's what it all comes down to, is elections and stuff and control. He blatantly said in the lead up to this election, A, get me in office, you'll never have to vote again. B, he freely admitted that because he had Elon on his team, they couldn't lose because he knows those election machines and so on. But the idea with this, National Guard and all this, and then, the voting, we can't have mail-in ballots and whatnot. He's just going to lock down any region that won't vote for him, so you can't get to the place to vote. And as such, even if only 27% of the populace votes, he'll still win.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to take you back because it's like that meeting he had with Zelensky, and Zelensky was saying that we can't have elections because we're at war. And,
and he loved that. Yeah,
Trump goes, "That's a great idea." Even though it's not actually part of the Constitution,
it doesn't work that way for America. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Has that bothered Trump?
No, exactly. Yeah.
Does he follow the Constitution? No, he doesn't give a shit about that.
He doesn't follow anything that has to do with rule of law or anything. He just does what he wants because I'm the goddamn president.
Yeah. Hey, Satan.
yeah. Come on, guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's
ugly.
It's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. We're overextended on time, but I've still got alcoholic beverages, so I don't give a fuck. You want to, extend a little bit? What do you want to do?
Well, get me excited and see if I can extend.
I'm not stroking your cane in public. I'm just not.
just do it under the table. No, it is. In fact, if I extend, neither will you. Is that it? Is that the full extent? My age is
this is going to be akin to the Dead Parrot sketch any minute now.
It's bereft of life.
Does an ex penis? Oh, shit.
Pining for the fields? Beautiful plumage, man. Beautiful plumage.
Oh, Felix loves that one too. And Silly Walks and a few others, for sure. Yeah.
Back when the world made sense.
Yeah. Back when men were men and fish were fish and
lumberjacks were lumberjacks.
Leaping from tree to tree.
I went on put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
When I was young, the first times I heard that song, I think it was like on RCA video disc or something. And the audio wasn't the best through a TV or whatever. And when he does that, leaping from tree to tree as they float down the mighty rivers of British Columbia, all that was a bit muddled to me. But I heard leaping from tree to tree really well. So in my brain, they were gay lumberjacks jumping from branch to branch in the trees like monkeys or something. I didn't understand he meant on the river, like, doing the log runs, right? I missed that entirely when I was younger. It's hilarious.
Your mental image of the song is completely different to the
it was even gayer, right? But it adds a funny thing to it. Imagine lumberjacks just jumping through the trees.
The thing is that you're missing the point, though. It's not about being gay. It's about being a transvestite.
No, it's about being Canadian and accepting yourself for who you are.
Well, as a Canadian, you should. Because no other fucker will.
You're damn right, man. That's how I like to think all Canadians play. I know it's not true, but, damn it. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be a goth, homophobic, bisexual, vampire, live at night, and I'm sure we can have a beer and enjoy some time together talking. I don't know.
And you can be a guest on Sunday's show.
yeah. Probably a good idea. But yeah, I mean, I just, I don't give a shit, man. I don't understand the hard right need to vilify things of sexuality and stuff if it's not for them. Why does everybody have to be the same as you? Why are you scared of somebody being themselves? Why does it freak you out? What does that say about you, not the rest of us? Why don't you look in the mirror and ask why it affects you?
And while you're doing that, cancel your Grindr account.
yeah. But I just don't get it.
You keep crashing it every single time. There's a big right wing conference somewhere, and everybody's out there sucking each other's cock. Like it's no tomorrow. Like it's the rapture. Give me more cock. This is delicious.
Yeah. I'll not. There's a good comment in the chat there, Duncan Stewart. There, repressed church people vote. Man, you're not wrong. And there's
not anymore. They don't, because they've been raptured. They're all gone now.
yeah. God, that was so funny. Can you imagine how many people woke up the next day and called up that dude with the truck and said, "Is my car still on that trailer? Do you think I could buy it back?"
As a great meme out there of someone filling sex dolls up with helium and then just letting them just float.
Exciting!
Just letting them float away into the sky, and everyone's going, "Oh, the rapture!"
That's funny. We have a local site. I'm not going to tell you what it is because, quite honest, it's a little too doxy. But it's a local news thing, and you see funny pictures of tourist vehicles and other things that come through where we live. And there was a great one the other day, and there was a little motorhome trailer being pulled by a pickup truck. And there was 3 of those stick-on-the-wall dildos stuck to the back window, just flapping around as they were driving.
I'm assuming they didn't know.
Well, that was the big debate in the comments of the video. Do they know they're there, or are they traveling with some really joker friends or something? Right?
Yeah.
It was hilarious, man.
Best way to store them, I guess.
God, it was so funny. It looked awesome. They're just flapping,
Put little googly eyes on them.
Yeah. They should have put them upside down. Oh, it was funny.
Should have made them like chest bursters and like blood pouring around the opening.
Yeah. That's funny.
Sake.
Yeah. Lord, thunder, and Jesus, boy. Oh, I wonder if I could show a picture of this quick. Let's see here. There it is. I redid my son's aquarium. My son and I redid it. It was a paradise for a betta fish, like a 20-gallon tank, really nice, and live plants and all kinds of stuff. But the betta died. So now we're getting ready to do a community setup. So it'll be really cool. And this time, oh, wow. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah. This time, instead of doing like gravel or something, we are doing a completely different direction that I've always wanted to do.
Concrete.
Hold on. It's making it really difficult for me to do this. Okay. Now I should be able to show you easy. Here we go. Yep. Yeah. So here we go. And so here's the tank now. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, that bit of wood looks like a woman in a tight dress sticking her butt out.
So here, there's a better angle. Now we're using all light sand and stuff, and real nature rocks, and it's those are real Vallisneria. I got to get other plants for it in the front, but that's where we are now.
I like to see that you got Stonehenge in there.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool setup. There'll be a couple of cool plants in the front. That was when I first set it up. We do have a couple of little feeder goldfish, the small guys in there right now, and a couple of snails, because I need to get the bacteria cycle going, if you know what I'm talking about. But, we're getting there. Yeah. Carpasian asks, is sand easier to clean? I'm about to find out, because now that I got a few dudes in there, I put a couple of bottom feeder pellets in for the snails to find, and there's a little goldfish, so I put a couple, and I noticed that the bottom feeder pellet broke up and spread out on the sand before they ate it, and there's just these tiny little particles all over, and with a gravel vacuum like you would normally do, I'll end up sucking up sand. So I think I have to get a new siphon gravel vacuum that's way smaller and be more precise with it. But in the long run, when it comes to keeping it clean, there's going to be some shrimp and whatnot in there. So I don't know yet, because right now I'm just in the, beginning phase. But yeah, I can't wait. It looks great. I love the white sand, and it's just so bright and nice. It looks really cool. And under the sand, I put the Fluval volcanic aqua soil. So all the plants have all the nutrients they need under that sand to really grow nice too. It'll be really cool.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's exciting. And then this one here, it's like a 12 gallon. I have a 20 gallon I'm about to set up, and it's getting the white sand treatment and everything too. So it'll be really cool. It'll look way better on camera with the white sand, because you'll see the fish way better,
Yeah, someone said in the chat, you need a tarantula in there. Can you get a tarantula with a rebreather?
Yeah. They're really good snorkelers, actually, I'm told. You have to train them with the tank. They don't like that, but yeah. Let me just get one more beverage here, and then we'll watch the clock and not go too long. Right? Hold on.
No chance of that. You're bearing up, PJ.
Yeah, just about. Not doing too bad. Considering I didn't think I'd be able to do more than about 20 minutes today, but stuck my mind off it, so thanks.
I'll try to take your mind off it a little bit more.
Yeah, dude. Well, he's on the north side of 55. So, we could probably start fundraising for his funeral, because it's going to come up soon, right?
Well, that's going to be like 60, 70 quid.
I feel like
those council collections that you stick at the front aren't cheap,
Yeah. I mean, God, I only feel like I got I only feel like I got a couple of years left at best, man. God, I feel tired and broken these days. Holy shit.
I'm not quite dead.
Yeah.
You will
You're
be
not fooling anyone, Oh, come on. Can't you do something? No.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, it's against regulations.
That would make life so much. I mean, PJ will attest to this as well. Watching the same shitty channels here on TV, so it's like, oh, thinking about your funeral. No, I wasn't thinking about it really, but it's like
Thinking about yours.
Yeah. You have all these like cremation service, things. Oh no, nobody likes a funeral. Let's just get rid of let grandma sort it out, and so we can celebrate her. Oh yeah. It was a lovely service, and a wonderful buffet.
Yeah.
This is all these fucking adverts. They were just like desperate for people to die and sign on to a subscription service.
Over 50. Have you got life insurance?
Yeah. That's the other one. That's the other one. And I even looked into those life insurance things, and they're a fucking rip-off. The payout is next to nothing. Compared to what you're paying in. It's just like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah.
Have you written your will?
Yeah, that's the other one. It's they're just wanting people to watch television and fucking die.
Yeah.
But before you do that, write out your will to some fucking cat's home, the Salvation Army or whatever. So, we want your money, and we want you to die, and we want you to use our cremation service, and your your over 50s insurance plan is just going to run out. It's like
I know a guy.
And in between that, here's a magic sponge.
Yeah.
Does fuck all. Yeah. Oh, come off.
I know a guy in town here, and his father was the last alive of the parents and passed away a few years ago. And there was enough of a life insurance policy to handle him being buried beside his now late wife in the same cemetery, same, headstone and all that shit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
he's being nagged through eternity now.
Well, but the son, the guy that I know, was pissed because he could have saved a fortune by doing a cremation and actually got some money out of the deal instead of having to pay for all this shit for the big burial, which ended up leaving him with almost nothing in the little inheritance. And I was like, it was never yours, really. This is just so disgusting. 1 second here. There's somebody at my door of all things. Hold on.
Yeah, but it's also, PJ, I think you'll agree with me. It's disgusting that, just people are out for your cash. Just want you to pop your clogs and just give them money. It's like you die. You should, if you die, you die. There's no reason for any of this. You're just going to be thrown onto a landfill anyway. It's like,
it's everywhere, constant,
and it's depressing as well, isn't it? When you're just sitting watching television and you are at our age, because if you're younger, you're probably not watching those channels anyway. But it means nothing to you. But when it gets to our age, there's these people on the television saying, "You're going to die. You're going to die real soon."
Yeah, but they usually say, "Well, now you've done that, you can relax and enjoy life."
Yeah,
everything's in order.
Now everything's in order. Yeah, so true, so true. Oh, but such a lovely buffet. I hate that. Every time you got a guy sitting, lying in a bath, and we should sort out our funeral plans too. And they're talking about the service. Oh, such a lovely buffet. it always comes down to a buffet and these fucking cremation services things. They're always talking about it. Was that just me? It seems to me they're always just like talking about the fucking buffet. I think it's me. Oh. And it is the way that people talk about it on the adverts as well. So this just casual. It's almost like a sitcom. Terry and June or whatever. You have these people like just talking about the cremation services that somebody years ago. Oh, we should do that too.
had June Whitfield on one of them a few years ago. Actually,
Yeah.
From Terry and June.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, they turned into a cyborg.
So, I have Felix is going to be brought home in like 10 minutes. Yeah, it turns out I was supposedly supposed to have been told he was coming back tonight, and nobody did. So, yeah, it works out to be good timing because we're already almost at 2.5 hours, right?
Is it like an Amazon drop-off delivery? Is it?
Yeah, no, that.
I hope you got the code.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's going to go.
Yeah.
No code. I go.
Yeah, he comes home by courier. I have to sign for him.
They'll just leave him behind the bins.
Yeah. We should probably get into wrap up mode here, just because I got to switch the script here and get myself ready.
Yeah. PJ's had too much fun, not feeling. We made him feel better. So now we're going to end the stream so he can get into the doldrums and feel really shit. So yeah. Just make sure you sorted out your will, PJ. Get that cremation service sorted out, and organize a fucking decent buffet.
Yeah, and just let me clarify for your will, the spelling is Dawson, DAWSON. Okay, just so you know.
No, it's CUNT.
Yeah, I can't go to sleep tonight. I've got to do that first, just in case I die.
Yeah,
I've got to make sure it's all done. I just can't relax now. Got to get it done.
Yeah. You notice there's never an under 50s plan. Why is that? Why is there an under 50s plan? Because
That's
people
right.
die all the fucking time. Yeah.
Yeah. You got a good point there, right? I wasn't healthy when I was 45.
You weren't healthy when you were 15.
Well, I didn't live healthy then, but yeah. So let's see here. We've got let's do thanks to the team, right?
He's here.
What?
He's here. Well, the other, you can start with the team is here.
Yeah. So we'll thank PJ CNET for gracing us with his presence on his birthday. You can see he's really embracing the Halloween thing already.
Yeah. He put the effort in.
Yeah, big time. We got Shayna Caldwell, Mexi Girl, PJ CNET with us, having his birthday, of course. We got Liam Wakefield, David Worley, and Super Chat Matt. Huge thanks to the team, everybody. Thank you. And a huge thanks to the birthday donations for tonight, because, that's always a welcome thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's my birthday next week. Well, it's for I'm actually running my birthday for about 2 months. If you're feeling generous.
Yeah, he started a new service. Go birthday me.
Yeah. So it's my over the 50s plan.
So any thoughts, PJ, before we throw it in the bin?
All right, it's been nice. It's been really a privilege to come on. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that's donated. It's very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Good
It's
words.
been lovely having you.
Yeah. We might
we haven't talked about flat Earth, but one moment.
That's flat Earth.
It's a scale model.
Yeah. It's only a model. So we gotta go. Curve. Yeah, we gotta go any minute now. My doorbell's gonna ring again, and I've gotta, get myself in the go mode here. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks to the team, and thanks to our supporters and donators, and You guys know who you are. Thank you
Well,
much.
just thanks for watching. Thanks, you chuckle buggers. And we'll see you next time. Well, I'll be back on Sunday. Dick's got a show on Saturday with the Ukraine update, and we'll be back on the weekend wobbly woos, whatever it's going to be called in the future. Suggestions in the the comments. Give us suggestions for the title of the show.
Yeah, or just leave a comment, but don't leave the comment when you're on the toilet because they tend to get weird.
Yeah, Trump does that.
Golden Throne.